Okay, so now we're going to look at grouping and summarizing data. So, for example, you might want to get summary statistics for different types of groups, or figure out which group like has the highest rating or whatnot, right? So here I was just reading the data back in. This was mainly because I had been fiddling with it, and when I messed anything, I just wanted a clean copy. This again is I'm removing the spaces and replacing with underscores using list comprehension. And then here we're actually getting some summaries. So this .count, .mean, .max, and .min, these are all methods that are applied to, actually I think they're supposed to be applied to a series or a column in a data frame. So the data frame, the column, then the method to apply to it. And then the range here, I just take the min and max and subtract them to get the range. And then lastly, I put those all into a series, and then transpose. This creates a series. This converts a series into a data frame, and this transposes it so rows become columns and columns become rows. And we print that. There we go. So anyway, those are just some values. So there were a total of 1,852 records. The mean rating was 6.95. The highest was 9.99. The lowest was 0.67, and that was the range, right? Min, max, minus min. Okay, so that's kind of just a global, like for the entire data set. Just looking at some of the like descriptive statistics. Now, if you want to get statistics by group, then you can use the really useful group by method. Okay, so again, I didn't really need to read this back in. I just was doing it for a full set of code there. Okay, so here's what I'm doing. So I'm reading the data in, again, the list comprehension to get rid of the spaces. And then I'm creating an empty data frame using pd.dataframe with no arguments, and then I'm writing all my results into that data frame, and then printing it, right? So the key difference here is I've got this group by, which groups based on some type of like factor level or grouping variable. So in this case it's genre, so we're going to get different results for each genre. So this should give back the count, the number of movies in each genre, and that's going to be written into the count column of this genre stats data frame, which note this column does not have to be like defined or created before it's written to. And then this will be the mean rating for each, the max, and the min, and then the range. So this is effectively the same thing we did up here, but now instead of global, we get results on a genre by genre. So in this case, each row is one of the genres, and then obviously the associated data, right? So we can see here that in terms of like abundance, looks like drama was the highest or number of films, and then just looking at like the highest value, looks like it was fantasy at 7.47. Okay, what this does, pardon me. So if you do list movies data frame genre dot unique, so what this dot unique method does is it lists all the unique categories. So this would give us a list output of all the unique categories. And then this is a list of new names. So basically what I was doing up here was I just used the names as they were, but they weren't like maybe completely like consistent. So for example, like comedy was capitalized in some and not others, and as you see thriller here, right? So there's some issues with this because it's case sensitive, so these things are actually the same, but because one wasn't capitalized, now they see as two records. So this is just showing some data cleaning. So anyway, we list out all of our original names, and then I list out a new set of names to map them to. So actually, before running that, I'm just going to make another block so we can look at this. So let's do we'll do this. All right, so just print that. So there's our original names. Again, you can see back here on the end, there's some lowercase ones that we want to fix. And then we are basically going to map them to this. So drama becomes drama, comedy becomes comedy, sci-fi, sci-fi. So anyway, I just changed a few of these. Like on the back end, we got capital comedy, capital thriller. And then once we do that, then we can do this dot replace. And we basically we take the original names and we convert them into the new names. So this is a way that you could like recode factor levels, right? So if maybe, for example, you have a table of college students and they have their academic year. So it's like freshman, junior, sophomore, senior, and then maybe like grad student. And then maybe you want a new column that's just simply grad versus undergrad. So you could recode all the undergrad levels to undergrad, and then the graduate to graduate, and you could save that into a new column or replace the values in the existing column. Here, note I'm doing in place is equal to true, and that's why we don't have to set this equal to a variable. It's basically overriding with in place or itself. And then if we print back out the unique, or get back the list of unique genres again, then we should have fixed this issue. So let me run this real quick down here. And there we go. So now we fixed it so we don't have those weird lowercase, uppercase issue. And then all I'm doing in this second part is I'm just, oops, something didn't work. Group by. There we go. I must have broke something. What did I break? New names in place. Let me see. I'm gonna copy this into a new cell. And get rid of it up here. I'm wondering if it's not working because it's not updating. Oh, nope, something's... Oh, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4... Oh, I know what happened. I had already changed it, and then I have to reload the data. So let me do that. And... that should work now. Basically, I had recoded them, and then when I ran it again, it tried to recode it, but it couldn't because it already did. That was the issue. And anyway, there we go. So that's a better result, right? Because we don't have those weird anomalies with the spelling. Okay, cool. So, and then lastly here we have this group, or this describe method. And what describe does is it just provides a list of descriptive statistics for a column. So this is giving us back all the descriptive statistics for my rating. Well, not all, but a set of descriptive statistics. And since this is strung after group by, then we're going to get it by group. So you can see this provides back the count, the mean, the standard deviation, the min, the max, and then like the this would be like the first quartile and the third quartile, and this would be like the median, right, for each one. Now, if we didn't include this group by, then this should just provide global statistics. And I don't, oops, what did I do? And I don't know if you can do multiple columns. Let's just see. So we'll do my rating, and I mean release year doesn't really make sense, but I think that's the only other numeric column. And now I'm not 100% sure. I think that's a column. Let's see. Oh no, it does do it. Yeah, so if you have multiple columns, you can see it's giving you, one at a time there. So that's useful if you just want to get some kind of like distribution statistics.